Okay, so what are we going to do today? First thing first, we're going to go through that thing I did show you to do. So please try to do it because it's going to help me to know you more, to show you more, and for you to ask questions. Sometimes it's a bit challenging, so I'm very happy that someone pasted a nice video in the WhatsApp group. So do some research and try to find it. Sometimes we need to go extra mile. So here, for example, so before that, let me check for Denise. Her first thing she sent to me, we're going to have a look first. After that, we're going to check for Christina. So Christina, she sent me a PDF. Normally, I did ask packet tracer file. So if you don't know how to send a packet tracer file, please let us know. And so this is something she sent to me. It's fine, but it's not what I was requesting. Sorry, guys. It's fine. She did made the yellow part with PC server printer on both sides. She did manage to add a switch, two routers with a serial cable. That's fine. So it's okay, it's fine, but it's not. It should bring a packet tracer file. If you check for Denise, this is what she sent to me. This is a LAN here. It's fine in yellow circle. And the LAN here, yellow circle, it's fine. Now she did connect the two routers. That's good. So this part, I wanted you to do some research on it. How to connect two routers with a serial cable. How to connect two routers with a serial cable. It's something I'm going to show you today. So that's good. Thanks very much. You did. So if you have issues when you do your packet tracer, write down all your issues, paste in the group, and we're going to help each other. I also heard that you have your own WhatsApp group. It's fine. Help yourself, discuss, chat, love, enjoy. And in case really you're stuck, in my WhatsApp group so that I can help you. But it's freedom. We are all here to learn. So please, next time, send a packet tracer file. You did send me a PDF, it's fine, but you must send the packet tracer file. If you don't know, please ask us and we'll help you. Now I go for packet tracer. Who is that? I did download. It was not downloaded. It was Enoch, no, Sangani, Sangani. But I did download this thing. Jonathan. And who else? I'm going to take for David also. And I go to download. Okay, let's check for David. What did you show us? Packet tracer. Okay. We have a LAN here. It's fine. With nice circle and the LAN here. It's fine. Now, okay, and he put his name here. It's good. It means he knows how to use the note here. That's fine. Now, between the two routers, let's check. You didn't use a serial cable. What you did is correct, but it's not what we want. We want a serial cable. So when you check your design and you check mine, you can see that we have two different now. between the two routers. We have a serial cable. So it's fine, it's okay. Thanks very much for submitting your assignment. If you go to Jonathan, let's see what will come. Is it opening this guy or it's taking time? The answer quick. So at the packet tracer. Packet tracer. Don't forget to ask me any questions. So here we have two routers and we have two switches. What is opening here? Okay, two routers, two switches. I bring a switch here. I bring another switch. So in EtherCAD, these videos are sent to you. If you watch them, it's the same. Now I have some PCs. I have a PC, a laptop, a server. I do the same thing. Same here, a PC, a laptop, a server. Then I'm going to interconnect them. So for now, so you see, if you use the automatic one, it's fine for now. But soon we're going to, from next month, we're not going to use it. You connect them. Now, this is where, if you use the automatic, this guy is going to show you this cable, a crossover cable. But me, I don't need that. So I'm going to delete. And I'm going to show you something today. When you have a router, if you open it, you come here, not CLI. If I open here, okay, here it goes straight here. But you see here, here's a console cable, with the name here, a copper straight, and here you see a serial. And you click on it, and you go to key. Normally, we don't. We should not use that. Goes to serial. Serial cable goes to serial port. So I'm going to show you a command. If you want to view the type of port you have on the router, you open the router, you press enter, enable. You can tap the whole enable or you can tap EN. It's the same. Now I want to view what type of port I have on my router. This is a command: show IP interface brief. See, this is a new command for you that you should know. We're going to use it a lot. Show IP interface brief. This command will help you to view what type of port I have on my router or on my switch. You press enter. You see, show. So you see that here we're not configuring anything, we're just viewing. So you can view it in the privilege mode. Show IP interface brief. Now, here it shows that I have gig interface, the normal interfaces for Ethernet, for cabling. but I don't have a serial interface. Normally, to connect two routers, we use a serial cable. So to use a serial cable, you need serial interface. So on this router, we don't have serial interface. It means I cannot use that type of router. Else I need to buy something else. Who wants to join first? Who wanted to join? Okay, admit. Okay, so this command, show IP interface brief, is a new one. Please write down all the commands. We're going to use them a lot. So here, I don't have a serial interface, and there is no option for me to open it. So I can remove this. I go to another router, I click here, I take this router maybe. If I open, if it's doing that, it means it's loading the image, the system, the operating system, or the Windows 10 is loading. We call it the iOS, Internet Working Operating System. If you go for job interview, you can ask you. When you see something like that, tap no or N. Else, you're going to ask you many questions. You tap EN for enable to go to a privilege mode. Show I. Here also, I don't have. If I click on it, I don't have any option to add something. Okay, let me take a smaller router, maybe this guy. If I click on it, nowadays, why this router? Normally, in the old days, we could add some, we could see, let me go to show, view, now options, preferences, interface, I'm checking something. Align physical workspace on the show hide all, no, service tab. Normally, all routers, they do have that. It was just because in my settings, it was hidden. So you can go to options, preferences. If you want to check some things, allow or hide something on the interface, you come here. You can check on administrative, just play around, open your packet tracer, play around, click, remove, show, hide. So a lot of options were hidden. So I remove them to show us them. So now they're all there. Okay, I can remove. Now I see. I can zoom in. This is my router. If I go, I'm going to buy a router for us. Cisco routers. I'm going to show you a picture, image. Yeah, so this is an example at the back. Why is not? I want a big picture. Yeah. So a router is a device that will allow us to go to the internet. So sometimes, so we have a port and we can connect with switches. This is the power. You can switch on and off the switch button, like for the light. And here it's the gig Ethernet port where we can use a cable to connect. So here we can use a network cable to connect. Now here you see sometimes it's blank. You can remove them and buy a device called a port, a serial card. A serial card, and you add it. If there is no serial card, you cannot use the serial cable. You see? So we have many type of routers you can remove and you put. So here in our packet tracer here, you see it's blank here. You see it's dark. It means it's empty. You have the normal ones, your Cisco router, the name, the switch, can power off, on. See here. You have a place for the console port, console cable, gig Ethernet to connect to the switch. Now, if I want to connect a router to a router, I need a serial port. So here it's empty. So here you see on your left side, you have some modules. If you click on it, I click on the first one, you will see the picture down here. I click on the second one, you see it will cover. If I want to cover it, you cannot add a module when the power is on. So you switch off first. Then you can cover. You can cover. So that it will be clean and neat. So what we did, it's exactly what we see here. You see, it's covered. Now, if I want to buy a network, a serial card, I remove and I put my card in. So I'm going to remove them. You remove. And so if you click on something, you'll see the picture here. This one is if you want to add more Ethernet port for the network cable, you can buy and put here, you see. But I don't need that. You see, if you click here, you have something. If you click, you see. So normally what we need is the first one, the serial. So you see the name here, serial. Then you take, if your device is on, you cannot add. It will say you cannot add when the power is on. So you must switch off, 0, then you drag. You drag. You see. When it's done, you can power on again. You see. So on this picture, there is empty stuff. You can buy some, you can remove, you buy a card, you put there. This is what we did. Now I can go to a command line interface, the CLI. I click on it. It's going to ask me a question. I type N or no. Press enter. So who can tell me what command I should type to view all the type of port I have on my router? Who can tell us? So here we are in the user mode. We go to the privilege mode to get more power. EN.
You can type
Yes,
the question
yes.
mark. You can type a question mark.
Good. You can type. Okay. If you type question mark, it's going to list all the commands you can use. You see. Because now I want to view something. So you see here, show. So I show. So I tap show. Now again, so if I tap S and question mark, it's going to list all the command starting with S. So you can play around with the question mark. So you tap show question mark. See, so you can tap question mark until you find your stuff. Yeah? But for us, it show IP interface brief. This command is to view all the ports you have on your device. You see now, I have serial port now. Before I didn't have. Now that I did add the card, the serial, very important. So I will do the same thing on the other router. I click on it, make it bigger, zoom in. I power off first. I add the card. Then I power on again, 1. Then I close. You can close, or
Sorry, sir.
you can go to CLI, command line interface. You click on it.
Sorry, sir. Which
Yes, question?
which card are you adding? Yes, I wanted to know which card are you adding from the modules.
Okay. So if you want to ask a question, feel free. You unmute yourself, but you tell us your name so that we know who is talking. Okay. So who is talking?
It's Sangani.
Tell us your name.
Sangani.
Sangani. Okay, no problem. Show IP. Okay, no problem. Show IP interface brief, and I can see that also I have some serial port. So he was asking if I go to physical here, this card, and we call them, okay, just say a serial card. Serial card to get, because a serial card, we have serial port. Let me show you serial. Close this one. And I'm going to show you something that has a serial. I'm going to show you. Okay, Cisco routers serial port. Yeah, so this is an example of a serial card that you need to purchase and add. What is that thing? I need a picture now. He showed me a lot of. No, it's not this guy. Yeah, so this is an example of a. No, it's not this one. Serial. Let me check. Yeah, so it's this picture I wanted to show you. So this is a serial card that you buy and you put in that router. Now to connect it, this is a type of cable called serial cable. So remind me, with 26 at Scalabrini, I have a serial cable that I can show you. It's to connect 2 routers. In the old days, it was these big ones, but nowadays it's very small. Now that we have them, you can use, if you click on the connection, you go to serial, you click on it, you click on your router. Now you can see that you have some serial port here. I take the first one, I go to the other router, I also have serial port. Then this is it. So what I was showing here, how to add serial ports on a router. Sorry, let me check one screen. Where is it? Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry guys, I'll be back in 2 minutes. So what I want you to do in the meantime, please open your packet tracer and do the same thing by adding. You can add a third router, and you connect all these 3 routers. You guys, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now if you need to add a third router, it's the same thing. You click on it, you zoom in. You can see that we have some empty slot.
We
We
can't
power
see
off
this
first,
section.
and we put record in. You can put. Oh, you can see. Okay, let me see. No. So can you see now?
Yes, I can see now.
Okay, good. So we do the same thing. We add a card. You can put only one card or two cards. So it's up to you. But you power off first. You see, off. You click on the 0, no light. You click on 1, there is a light. It means it's on. Then you take the serial cable. Which is a port. So it will tell you if they say port 010, choose 010. You see. So this is something we'll be using a lot. We have 6 months together or 5 months, so we're going to use them a lot. So always tests I send to you is for you to practice. I want to make sure that you practice, and to add your name, to add a title, it's here. So that's all for this packet tracer. So if you want to save it, you click File, Save, and you save it where you want. You can save on your desktop, give a name, serial cable, and you close. You see Save. You see, if I close it, I say yes, I want to save. If I go to my desktop, if I go to my desktop, I can see the file that I save it here. So that if I want to continue work on it, so before you close it, it's going to ask you, do you want to save, yes or no? But this one, I don't need it, so I say no. So now, if later on you want to continue work on your file, you double click because you did save it, and it will show exactly where you left. You see. And always, if you're inside, any configuration you do, you must always save. So if you're in the privilege mode, you type copy, run, start to save, and press enter to save your work. If you're in the global config mode, you see here, and you want to save, you type do, copy, run, start. You see, and you press enter. So this is how we save. So that if you close everything, you save here again. Next time, if you open, anything you did will be still there. If you don't save, you lose everything. Okay, so that was one part. The second part is what? I'll quickly show you. So let's go to NetAcad. The last part of, else I can use my PowerPoint quickly. And yeah. The help, this one you know, the question mark. Yeah. The question mark, if you tap ping and you don't know what to tap next, question mark, it will list the the word, or the comment you can add here. See. And you have a video where the same demo I did, it's also there. So please study, watch the videos. Don't only study to pass. To pass, you'll pass if there's no problem. But be the best of the best. Study well. Because when you go for a job interview, you're maybe 50, they'll take only one. So you want to take the best of the best. And it's for what I'm training you for. So we have some videos, watch them. If it is something very important, then I show you. Anything else you can do by yourself. You have a video, we show you how to use these things. Nice. Packet tracer. Okay, all these we could do a bit later, not now. This laptop of mine is hanging. Maybe he's cold also. I need to bring a heater. Okay, so password, let me check device. Okay, device name, basic switch config. Device name, we know. From the privilege mode, you tap configure terminal, host name, and the name. I hope you did, you studied. Password, how to configure password, the line console, we did. And to protect the privilege mode, we did. The telnet, we also did last time. How to encrypt all your password, service password encryption, we did. Banner message of the day, we did. We have a video. We do exactly the same thing I'm doing. Now, there is something I want to show you. This laptop of mine is a bit stuck. I'm going to clean up. Save your configuration, you know. If you want to view all the configs you made, you tap show startup config or show running config, the same. Now, if you want to clean up everything, you tap reload or erase startup config. So reload the device using the reload command in privileged mode. You tap reload and you tap also erase startup config. It will clean up everything. You have a video, a demo of this one. One day we'll do a lab at Scalabrini. I'll show you this one. And port and address. Okay, if you want to add, I think this one I'll also explain to you. If you want to add a cell phone number or an IP address to your PC, you go there and you add. We have time to do all this, so no worries. IPv4, IPv6. Interface on port. If you have a switch, how to check a switch in a router? A switch has a lot of ports because each port will get connected to a PC. So yeah, we have how to configure IP address. So if you have your PC, okay, let me finish this one first, then I'll show you. and the switch virtual interface, telnet, and you want to remotely log on your switch, because a switch cannot support IP address, we create a virtual one, a fake one. And this is how we create. And from there, I can remotely log on. So I'm going to do that with a router, and we'll see together. So here I type packet tracer. I open my packet tracer. Then I'll configure a telnet on the router, and we'll see if it will work or not. What is that packet trace of mine? This, it's a bit slow. I'm waiting for the packet tracer to open. Open. Okay, while it's busy opening, okay, I think let us wait a bit. Yeah, I think that's all. So I'll show you how to add IP addresses. So in the meantime, you can read the summary while the packet tracer is opening. Okay, so this is our packet tracer, and we're going to play with telnet. How to use the telnet. Oh, how to use the telnet. Okay. So there's a router here. So let's say we are at home. You're at home with your laptop, and you want to connect to your router, for example. But we can also do for the switch. Okay, let's do for the switch so that we can also configure the SVI. And so let's say I'm here. I open my switch. And if you want someone to remotely connect to your switch, you must configure telnet on the switch or on the router. So enable. So now I need to configure telnet. Because I need to configure, I go to the configuration mode. Conf T, you can type configure terminal or conf C, and you press enter. You see, now you're in the global config mode. So then I type interface VLAN 1 IP address. This address is given to you in the question paper. IP address. An example 192.168.1.2.255 with subnet mask. dot 0. So anytime you have an interface, you must always switch on. We tap no shutdown. It means switch on report. If you don't do report, it's still down. You can exit. So this is how we create a, let's say, you add an IP address to a switch, because the switch doesn't support. So this one is a virtual one. That's why we say switch virtual interface, SVI. Now I need to create the telnet. So I tap line VTY04, or you can tap any number, password, CCNA. This password, the same way you type, the same way you must type to log on. You can tap login and copy to save, run, start. Press enter, everything is saved. Now, I can come to my PC. Now I come to my PC and I'll also configure, because a PC needs an IP address. Any device in a network environment to communicate, we need IP address. It like cell phones. If you don't have a SIM card and a cell phone number, no one can communicate with you. It's the same thing. So I open. You can go to programming or desktop. You can close here. I'm going to open again. If you see something, you go to IP configuration. You can, if you select DHCP, it means please give me a IP automatically. For that, you need to configure a device where you can request. But if you want yourself manually to add, we go to static. It means ourselves, we're going to add an IP. 192.168, it will be given to you in the question paper, then it's fine. I did my basic setup. Now, if I want to test my telnet, I open command prompt, telnet. Now I need, telnet means what? I want to remotely log on my switch. That's the meaning of telnet. To remotely log on your switch. We had an IP address. You see this IP address. It's like I'm calling you. I'm calling Christina. I'm calling Sangani. You see, via your cell phone number. So telnet, it means I want to remotely log on this IP that is in my switch. You press enter. See, it's trying to connect. Now, what's the password? It's the password that we did when you're configuring the telnet. Password CCNA. This password. And I tap CCNA. I press enter. Now you can see that from my PC. I'm in my switch now. So I'm working from home. It means now I can do anything I want in my switch from home. So it's good to know that. So we say IPv6, you come down here and you add. That's all. If you have your laptop and you have Windows 11, you come down here in this search button. You tap Ethernet. Ethernet. Settings. Ethernet. All these things you can go to Google how to add an IP address to a PC, or in Packet Tracer how to add IP address. Be curious, Google stuff, go to YouTube, and make yours like what I do. You see, CCNA2 notes. I made some nice summaries. You see, if it's a chapter about VLAN, after reading twice, you see, I say, okay, maybe this is how I need to understand quick. I make my own summary. You see, you copy, make nice 5 times, you see. It's nice. You can quickly make a revision. So please do that. It will help you a lot. Make your own summary. Anything you find nice, document it. It's for your own knowledge, for your career. It can be automatic via a server called DHCP server, or you can edit. If you go to edit, you can choose, for example, manual, where you can yourself add an IP. Okay, I don't want to do that to mess up my stuff, but if you click there, you'll see such thing like this one, where you can add IP addresses. Okay, guys, that's all for chapter 2. It's a lot, so please study. And anytime you have issues, please let me know. I will quickly do that packet tracer file. So I go to labs, CCNA1 labs, and I said we're going to do 1. It was 2.4.1.2. I'll do a demo for you. Then, any questions, guys? Any questions so far? Okay, I'm going to do that. And so before you close, we're going to ask you, do you want to save, yes or no? If you have a question, just unmute yourself, tell us your name, and ask your question directly. Yeah? Okay, I don't want to save. If you want to save, save.
Please, can you explain to me about the number that you use to put it? This number is a specific number that you can put, or any number that you want to put, you must put it there to type, like IP address and 168.
Okay, that's a very good question. And I'm going to answer by doing this lab.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this lab, and it will give you the answer to your question. So this lab 2.4.1.2, you open it. I did show you where to download them. You go in your NETA card. This is the last time I'm doing. You go to your NETA card. Got NETA card. You log in. When you log in, then you'll see your stuff. When you're here, you open your class, launch course. You wait a bit, and now you're here. You go down, you open your chapters. When you open your chapters, on the left side, you can see all your chapters. On top right, you go to course index, you click on it, you uncheck. Now I say I want to view only my videos or my packet tracer. Click on packet tracer. It will list per chapter what are the packet tracer. So here I said what 2.4.1, so 2412. You come here. Okay, this time we didn't put. Okay, this here we remove it. It's our lens 24. What is it? 24. Yeah, 2412. Okay, this here we remove it. So I can say, okay, guys, next time we do lab 2.7.6. and you come here. If you don't see it, please let me know so that I can help you. So this file I'm going to send to you, this file, and you must practice yourself. Very important. I'm going to show you now, but you must do it yourself. Cisco is about practicing. You study, you practice. Study, you practice. Okay, I'm opening. We wait a bit because this guy is a bit slow. I don't know why. And I'll explain to you. Oh, it's still loading. Okay. Okay, so we're going to. So, any questions in the meantime? Okay. It's loading.
Sorry, Mr. Max, I want to ask you this question. Are we able to, are we allowed to download the packet tracer everywhere, like in the different places, laptop?
Yeah. The only thing is to download it. What is? So you just need to download. To download the software, you go here. When you're here, resources, packet tracer resources, or you can come here, download packet tracer. You come here, and it show you download packet tracer. You have some videos explaining to you the same thing that you do. 2 hours, 3 hours. It's up to you. Then you come down here, and you download, you install, then you download all these files. Then you can use them. So I close this. I close.
All right.
Close. Yeah. So on any PC, please practice. So when you open it, this is, you have 2 files. You have this one. And why you need to practice? Because in a company, it's the same thing we do for us IT. We fix PCs, we install, we configure. The IT manager will say, okay, Sangani, go, this is something, do it. So you have the topology, and you have your question paper is here. You can zoom in, you right click, zoom in, right click, zoom in until you're happy. So Christina was asking, this IP address, if they come from where? They will be given to you in the addressing table. This is what you need to use. So if you see NIC, it means network interface card. It's for a PC. This is what you need to add in your PC. So was it this one? Use. Okay, yes, it was this one. So when you have, please remind me, I'm going to send it to you because this year we remove it from NetAcad. So this is a lab that will do. When you open, you have a title. This one, skills challenge, it means after starting chapter 1, chapter 2, we're going to test you to put in place what you studied. And you have your addressing table, what you need to use, why you want to do this course, objectives. Here, we will be configuring host name, IP addresses, and what. You see. So please read the objectives, a scenario. You say, okay, Christina has been hired, or Benjamin has been hired for something. You see, you read properly. And requirements. Okay, now we say use a console connection to access each switch. Now you see, okay, this is my PC and a switch PC2 is connected to switch 2. Now we need to configure. For example, we need to log on with switch and change the names, you see. So on PC1, I'm connected to switch 1 and I need to put that name. So remember, if you want to configure some stuff, you must use your console cable. This normal cable is for data, for traffic, like the highway. If you need to change something, City of Cape Town will bring all these big cars to fit. So I need to change something in my switch. I use a console cable. So I come down here, connections. The blue one, you see the name is down here, console. I click on it. I click on the PC. If I use a console cable on the PC, I use the port RS232. Then I go to the switch. On my switch, there's a port called console port. I click on it. Now I go to my PC. I go to desktop. First thing first, make sure your PC is on. You see, okay. So you must see a light. I think here it is a light. You go to desktop. And because I'm using a console cable to log on my switch, I use terminal. Terminal. I don't touch anything here. I click OK. Then you can see that I can see my switch. I press enter, enter, and from the PC, I'm in my switch. From here, they say you must change the name. They say you must change the name to ASW. Okay. Yeah, I don't have time for that, but for you guys, you must type. So who can tell me how I can change the name? Okay, let me help you quick. You type enable or EN, press enter, enter. Conft, configure terminal, because I want to configure something, I want to change something, press enter, enter. The command to change a name is host name and the name of the switch. You must type exactly what is asked in the question paper. Now you can see that from switch, I go to that name. I do the same for PC2, console cable. I click on the switch. Because I'm using a console cable, I go to port RS232, connect to my switch. I go to console port. I open my PC, desktop, terminal, OK. Then I'm in my switch. Just enter, enter. And the question says what? The name for switch 2 is this. Copy. You come here. Enable. Conft for configure terminal. Press enter, enter. Host name. And the name that we want. And you press enter, enter. So if you do well, we can see down here at the bottom, completion, 2 out of 90. They say what? Use the, now they want us to configure for all line password. So for the line password, I'm going to copy that. So we have 2 lines. So this is PC1. If you don't want to get confused, if you finish, you save and you close. Come here, tell me now. I'm in here. So I did change the name of the switch. Now I have two lines. The first one is to protect the user mode. So line console 0 password, and you type your password, login, and you can save, copy, run, start. This is the first line. So the first one is line console 0. The second one is for the telnet, conft line vty 0 space 4 password, the same password. Enter login. You can exit, do, copy, run, start to save. Press enter, enter. Why they pay you a lot of money? It's for you guys to configure the device, to troubleshoot, to fix, for people to work nicely, to secure the devices in the company. That's why we pay you a lot of money. We can pay also for your studies. We can pay a lot of stuff. It's nice. You meet a lot of people, you network. So it's very good. Huh? I've been that for 20 years, so I know what I'm talking about. This is the two lines. And you save your work, it's fine. You can close. You go to PC2, do the same thing. Terminal, okay. I need to configure the two lines. Line console 0, password, and you type the password, exactly the same. You press enter, enter, login. Everything I'm telling you is NetAcad. There is nothing. If you come here, NetAcad, you open your course, it's in chapter 2. So if you go to chapter 2, basic switch and end device configuration. Everything is in this basic configuration, device name, password, configure password. So line console 0, all this stuff, everything. So the lab is to test you if you can put in one place everything we did teach you. You see, that's why I make it very nice and short for students, like here. For example, what is a network? The definition, the three part. After that, the cabling, what type of cable you use for what. After that, the free mode, the user mode, privilege mode, global mode, how to identify them. They're all in NetAcad. I just make it simple, very clean, neat. How to save your configs and all this stuff. The line console 0 and so everything is NetAcad. We continue. I exit, I go doing the second one, line vty 0 space 4, password, I paste, login. You can exit if you want to, and you save, do, copy, run, start. You press enter. This is what we were asking us. How many percent do we have? So when you do your stuff, always file save, so that anything you do will be saved. If you don't do, you can lose. If you make a mistake, close. How many percent we have? You go to the question, and you have down here, you see 10 out of 90. So all your questions, you can also view them here, check result. If you click on check result, you see, you go to assessment item, and these are all the questions. We'll ask you question on switch 1, on switch 2, on PC1, PC2. On switch 1, if the password is correct, the host name is correct. If it's red, it means either you didn't do yet or you did, but it's wrong. It's also to view if what you're doing is correct or not. Then you can close it down here, close, and you're back here. We go to this step, use this one for secret password. Remember, we have 3 passwords. I did tell you. We have 3 passwords. The password to protect the user mode, line console. The telnet password, you're at home, you want to remotely log on your device at work, telnet. And we have another password to protect the privilege mode, enable secret. So here we are testing you if you know how to configure this 3 password. Use this password for secret password. I go to each switch, PC1, terminal, okay. Enter, enter. I'm still with global config mode. Enable secret, and I add the password. Press enter, enter. Do, copy, run, start to save, enter, enter. You go to the other PC, terminal, okay. Enter, enter. Enable secret and that password. You press enter, enter. If there is something wrong, the system will tell you, be careful, there is something wrong here. If it is nothing, it means everything is correct. You save, copy, do, copy, run, start. Press enter, enter. You finish, you can close. How many percent we have? 14%. And we continue. Encrypt all clear text password. We know the command to encrypt all clear text password. What command is that? You're in the global config mode, is service password encryption. You press enter, enter, do, copy, and start. So you don't need to save all the time. Me, I just do because the first time I'm showing you. You can just save when you are finished with everything, but it's good also to save when you go to other PC, terminal, okay, enter, enter, and you type service password encryption, enter, enter, do, copy, and start. So this video, please watch it many times, especially this part of what we are doing, so that you can practice also. How many percent we have? 16. Only. Message of the day. We say you must use the word warning. So now you know where to go. How to configure message of the day. It's banner, MOTD, message of the day. You can put asterisk and your word, space, and the same asterisk again. This is how we configure. I go to other PC. So in companies, people, we just come, we see, we open, we go to YouTube. We don't know what is happening in the background. It has network engineers, IT administrators. You see, we do that. Message of the day. How many percent we have? 20%. You can go check results down here. You go to assessment items, and you can see that a lot of stuff are becoming green. So on switch 2, the banner is correct. On switch 1, the banner message of the day is also correct. And close down here. Now, what do we need to do? Configure addressing. So it means always things we need to configure on our switch. So on switch 1, we configure VLAN 1, switch to VLAN 1 also. On the PC, we need to enter now always IP addresses. Because without cell phone number, I cannot communicate with you. The same thing for IT networking. We need an IP address to communicate. Okay, so it's what we're going to do. So we're going to take the first PC, this one, we go to the PC, I'm in the switch. So before I do that, per PC, so PC1, user 1, NIC means network interface card, like your SIM card in the PC. Need a cell phone number, this is the number. So how I add an IP address to a PC, I open the PC, I go to IP configuration, static. Now, from the question paper, it's here. So you see, we say in PC1, this is the IP address I must use. Christina, you were asking, all these IPs are given in the question paper. Subnet mask, all 255s. Don't copy paste like I do, and you must type yourself. This is how we enter IP address in the PC. We did for PC1, we're going to do for PC2. You close PC2, you bring it here, and we take this guy, IP configuration, subnet mask. When you are done, you double check if all good, then you can close. Now we're going to do for the switch 1, we say VLAN 1, the SVI. I open my PC, terminal, okay. Enter. Interface, VLAN 1, IP address Then I come to my question paper. Switch 1, this is the IP address. I copy, I put it here. Now, the subnet mask. In IT, any IP address comes with a subnet mask. Like, so if my number is 081222222, subnet mask means Vodacom. It means, this IP belongs to Vodacom. So the subnet mask, as I did explain to you, it to help us, this IP belongs to which room or to which company. So for now, there is a chapter for that, we'll do it. So when you're finished, anytime you deal with an interface, at the end, no shut to switch on. Never forget. Do, copy, run, start to save. When you saved, then you can close if you want to. If you want to leave it open, it's up to you. We go do for the switch to. From the PC, I'm logging the switch. Okay. I press enter, enter. I'm always in the global config mode. Interface. VLAN 1. IP address. And I add the IP address and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. No shut or no shutdown. No shutdown or no shut. Press enter, enter. Do, copy, run, start. Press enter, enter. And then I can close. Your file, your packet tracer file, you save it now. Every 5 minutes you save so that you won't lose anything. What else they ask us? Save your configuration, we did save. Now verify connectivity. It means now I need to dial to call one of you guys. You have your cell phone number. Now going, for example, to call Esther or John Kalanga or Rosie, because now I know your cell phone number. I can dial and call you. How to do that? I take the IP of PC2. PC2 is here. I take your cell phone number or your IP address, cell phone 2. I go to PC1. Now you go to command prompt. And here to dial, ping. And I put the IP of or the cell phone number of PC2 and I press enter once. You see, I send 4 packets, I dial 4 times, I receive the sound 4 times, I didn't lose any packet. It means I can communicate with PC2. We can exchange file, we can do whatever you want to do. I can talk to you now. It means the connectivity is good, it's fine. If it was wrong, you'll see 100% lost. It means PC2 is not ready to talk to me. I cannot communicate with. But if it shows 0%, it means we can talk. How much we got? You see 90% out of 90. And down here now, down right, completion. Or you can go to down here, check results, assessment item. See, everything is green. It means all the question we ask, everything we did is correct. And we have some scores on top here. What I did now will do until 5 months or 6 months. It exactly all network academy in this world, in US, in Europe, China, we do the same thing. We get the same certificate from America. We can work anywhere in this world. It's the same thing. That's why please take it seriously. Practice a lot, work in groups, get your own WhatsApp group, your own work group, make it happen. Guys, okay, let's stop here for today. Next time we'll do chapter 3 and 4. We are very short. So we'll meet again on Wednesday, 6 p.m., where we'll do 2 chapters, chapter 3 and chapter 4. This file I'm going to send to you via WhatsApp. Please do it. Do it. Make sure you have 100%. I'm not going to save it because I always use it to help you. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
Good evening,
No
sir.
questions? Yes.
Sir, it's Dominic speaking. Good evening, sir. So I wanted to ask,
Yeah,
what if
Dominic, yes.
you don't get, yes, sir, what if you don't get 100% and you still not show like what you're missing?
No, it's fine. So if not 100%, it will show red somewhere. You go there to see why it's red. It means, so if you go in assessment and check your result, you'll see a red cross. It means that specific part of your question paper you did wrong or you didn't do yet. So you fix. If you're struggling, paste in the group and we help each other.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Any other questions? Okay, if no questions, we are done for today. So we are done for chapter 1 and 2. Wednesday, 6 p.m., we'll do chapter 3. A very short one. We won't spend too much time. It's about protocol and model. Okay, this one is theory. And chapter 4 is also theory. I'll try to guide you a bit. Then Saturday, I'll tell you the time. 10 o'clock, we'll do number system. Very important. Very important. So step by step, you must study at least 2 hours per day. Do your packet tracer. If you're stuck, paste in the group. We help you. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good evening, and we meet again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. So I'll paste